cord. Just stretch long on your mat, reaching long through arms and legs. Point your toes. Microphone fell over. Sorry if that made a big clunking sound. So reach long. Lie on your back. Stretch. I gotta turn the music down. It's in my ear. Stretch out. Point your toes. Reach through your fingertips. You can let your back arch up. I don't usually say that, but for now you can. If you need to stretch. Relax one side of your body. Stretch up and down the opposite side. Open up. Open the ribs. Switch your sides. Stretching long. And then again, both arms, both legs. Stretch long. Point those toes. Fire up those muscles in your legs. Flex your hands and feet. Push out and away. Just hold it there. I see people need to get in. Sorry about that. So we're flexing, pushing heels out, pulling toes back. Flex the heels of the hands back. Curl the hands into fists, toes under. Point your toes down, curl your fists in. Feel that stretch in the back of the hands, tops of the feet, down into those shins. Open up, flex back, spreading fingers and toes. Nice big stretch. Let's curl the hands back into fists, toes under again, arch those feet down, curl the fists in and down. I like to get every little joint moving. Open up, flex back, spread fingers and toes wide. And relax. Circle through those wrists, circle through the ankles, big circles around. Let's go the other direction with those circles. Hold. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You do have muscles in your hands and feet. We'll bring the arms to the sides. Bend the knees, feet in toward the body. Lengthen your spine. Imagine you are creating space between your vertebrae. So you're spreading your vertebrae out. All day long, gravity pulls us down. So we're fighting against that. Nod your chin down. This is where, if you're new, this is a part that gets a little tricky. So we don't imagine, we do. Below the navel, you want to contract those muscles, all right? So you're pulling those down tight. You try to maintain that abdominal control throughout all of the exercises. But like I say, if that is hard for you, it's okay because it's not natural. It's supernatural. You'll get it eventually. So belly's pulled tight, and you'll practice breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Put a hand right below your belly button. And you want to feel the belly staying down. But like I said, it's not how you usually breathe. Hands up around the ribs. Feel how wide those ribs can get, the lungs expand. Bringing the arms back down to the sides. We're going to warm up with our shoulders. So we'll lift the right arm into the air, stretch back. Bring it back to the side. Move to the left arm. Inhale, stretch. Exhale in. So as you stretch, you want to think about ribs staying tight. It's easy for those ribs to flare open. We're already controlling those core muscles. You may have mobility issues. Maybe your hand goes or your arm goes to about here and it's not going to touch. That's okay. That's your range of motion. Don't stress. We'll try one more side to side. Now let's try both arms together. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale in. You'll feel more stress. That back would like to come all the way up, but we're going to fight it. We're going to stay down. Now we're going to make a little change. I have to move my microphone. We're going to take the arms back on the inhale. Turn the palms out, circle down and around on the exhale. So it's an inhale, reach back, exhale, big circle down and around. Holding tight to that core. One more. Let's reverse. Palms up here at the bottom beside the hips. Circle along the floor, lift and lower. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, lift and lower. One more. All right. We'll let the arms rest at the sides. We're going to lift the legs. We call this tabletop. We've got our knees over our hips, shins parallel to the ceiling, toes pointed. If you are prone to cramping feet, don't point. All right. Take those right toes toward the floor and lift. Then the left. Inhale, lower down, and exhale, lift it up. You'll feel that tightening in your belly. That's what you want. If, however, when you take that foot down, you feel your lower back lifting, just take it down a little bit and back up. So part way down, part way up. You'll build that core strength over time. Another option is to lift your shoulders, letting the weight of your head rest back in your hands. In other words, no tugging forward. One more side to side. All right, now we're going to go with both legs together. Inhale, lower down, exhale, lift. If you are new to this, you will probably really be working hard to keep your back down. Again, shorten the range of motion in that case. Don't arch your back. If you're more advanced, extend your legs up. Try one more. And we're going to have those knees bent over the hips. We're going to extend up and bend down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend. You can keep your head down. I don't know why mine's up. So when you extend, at the top, your heels are together, your toes are pointed. You make what we call a Pilates V. It's a V that travels from your feet down through your thighs. On this next one, hold the lift and stretch up. Feel that stretch the back of the legs. See if you can drift your legs a little closer over your body, and then you'll target those hamstrings a little bit more. Back to the thighs. Back over the hips, toes pointed. If you're new, I'm going to suggest that you have your hands out to your sides. We'll open the legs out, flex the feet, pull it together. If you're newer to this, you don't want your legs really flying out. So that's why I'm saying to catch them with your hands. But it's an inhale, open, a flex, exhale, close. Belly stays down and in. You could lift your shoulders if you're more advanced. Again, hands just holding that head up. I'm already feeling my abdominals. On this next one, we'll hold it open. Again, maybe you want to keep your legs propped there. We're going to bend the knees and open out. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. My lower abdominals are really working here. One more, and hold it open. We're going to flex our feet and point. Exhale when you flex, inhale when you point. Hold your point. If you can, push down on those inner thighs, stretching, and rest back down. Hug your knees in, circling around. Oh, this is the poor person's back massage. We'll go the other way. This is the unemployed person's back massage. We have to laugh, don't we? All right, I'm unemployed too. So got our feet down on the ground, knees bent, hands at the sides. We're going to go into a bridge. We start at the tailbone. Imagine your vertebrae are a string of beads, and you're going to lift one vertebra up at a time. So you peel off the ground slowly, and we want to hold it here. Squeezing those glutes, you'll feel the opening right here. It's in the front of your hips, your hip flexors down into your quads. If you're someone who has to sit a lot, and a lot of us do for our jobs, those hip flexors get really short and tight. Even if you're pretty active, if you're a walker, a runner, a biker, those shorten up. And we're going to press up a little higher. Use your glutes to help you up. You're on your shoulders. It's a slow release down, placing one vertebra at a time down on the ground. We call that articulating the spine. So we'll flow with that. We start by inhaling, pull the belly tight. Exhale, slowly peel up. Inhale, squeeze those glutes up. Exhale, slow release back down. This is that whole idea of control. Those of you who are used to doing this, you know you could extend your arms up. You could take your arms from the sides, lift and reach back. So those are options. Don't feel compelled to move on. We'll try one more. Hold it here. We're just going to hold. Once again, stretching through the front of the legs. Pilates should be about 50-50, stretch to strength. Sometimes I go more towards the strength side, but I'm trying to correct myself. And bring it in. Hug your knees in, and let's give it a little rock side to side. Next up, we're going to move into single leg circles. So single leg circles, left foot on the ground, knee bent. Extend your right leg up. It's up in the air, try to keep your knees straight. Turn the whole leg out so your knee is directed toward a back opposite corner. Toes pointed unless you are really gonna feel the cramping. But by pointing the toes, you engage the calf muscles. You've got two big calf muscles there. Okay, hands at the sides, belly tight. A little circle out and back. It's an inhale, open, exhale, in. Inhale, open, exhale, in. You're keeping it small. If you find that you're staying tight to the ground, you're not wobbling, you could try going a bit wider. You may stay right there. Level 2, extending left leg out along the floor. Level 3, left leg into the air. If you are really advanced, you can try that level 4 where you alternate your sides. But there's so many options, so many ways to make it work for you. We'll try one more on that left side. Tighten those abs down, or right side rather. And then we'll switch. Right foot down, left leg's extended up. It's turned out, toes pointed. Circle out and in. Reverse. Inhale out, exhale in. Keep it small, finding that tightness to the mat. So if you are moving with the leg, you're going to stay small, just drawing a little circle on the ceiling. Of course, you could open with that hip wider, challenge the core. You may extend right leg along the floor, into the air. And again, if you wanted to, you could alternate your sides. But again, I want to emphasize the need to recognize where you are today. Some days I feel like I could do anything. Other days, you know, sitting up is difficult. Try one more on your left. Okay. We're going to do our corkscrew. 2 ways to do the corkscrew. Both legs are up, and it's just like what we were doing. We'll circle the legs in one direction, bring them in, and reverse. Inhale, circle out, exhale in. Keeping it small for that control. You could lower the legs down to give more challenge. If you're more advanced, you can move to those elbows. This is hard. Extend those legs up, circle, and in. Reverse. Hold yourself strong. Hold those abdominals tight. We'll try one more set. And release it back and rock side to side. All right. Next up is crisscross. So we have our hands at the base of the skull, knees in. I'm going to show you what we're not going to do. This is what you see football players doing. They lift, and just keep bringing the knees in. It doesn't do a whole lot. What we're doing is we start here at the bottom. Right knee in, lift the left shoulder, return to center, knees in. Lift the right toward the left and back down. We exhale as we twist, we inhale down. Each time you come down in the middle, makes it harder to lift. One more side to side. And take a little rest from that. We are going to grab, if you've got a yoga block, you can put that under your head. If you have a pillow or a sweatshirt or something, the reason I have it here is because I may need it. We are going to do a series of exercises in what's called Pilates stance. I'm sorry, this music, maybe you can't hear it, but it's really loud for me. It's lovely, but it's loud. So Pilates stance, we're using those core muscles to keep our shoulders lifted. Trying not to lead with the chin. So the chin is back, shoulders are down from the ears, okay? We're going to be moving our arms and our legs. If your neck is straining, you can work with your head back. You could leave it on the floor, but it's kind of a strange angle. That's why I like to have a little prop, okay? So take advantage of it when you need it. So single leg stretches first. Our right knee's in, left leg extends above the ground. Left hand on knee, right on ankle. That knee is in, and we switch. We switch inhale, switch inhale, switch exhale, and exhale. So it's always the opposite hand on the knee, same side hand on the ankle. One more set. Head back, knees in. You might want to rock your head side to side. And remember, anytime you need a break, you stop and take that break. You don't have to wait for permission because it's not coming. Okay, we're going to go into our single straight leg stretch. Again, shoulders lifted, right knee and left leg out above the ground. Extend your right leg up. It's okay if your knee's a little bit bent. You could grab down here on your hamstrings, on your calf, or up higher, just not behind your knee, all right? So we're going to bring that in, pulse twice. Pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. Inhale, inhale, and exhale, exhale. You want to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. One more set. Knees in, and we rest back. Rocking side to side. Any tension you feel, let it go. Next up is our double leg stretch. I'll probably hit my microphone. I wish I had a microphone I could wear on my head, like Madonna. Okay, we're gonna lift our shoulders, double leg stretch, both knees in, toes pointed, hands at the ankles. Extend your arms beside your ears, legs up. Circle arms, tuck your knees. Inhale, extend, exhale, circle round and bend. Please keep those arms beside your ears, but you could lower those legs. Each little bit that you lower, you work a little harder. Keep the lower back on the ground. Try one more and rest. All right. It's a little steamy out here in the hot box. Okay. Next up, we're going to do the 100, which is one of the quintessential Pilates moves. The 100, again, has us in our Pilates stance, shoulders up. Legs are at tabletop to begin. We all have our arms at our sides. We'll pulse those arms, and you want to do it pretty vigorously. We'll do 100 pulses. We'll do 5 inhales, 5 exhales for 10 sets. Count that up. Maybe Tom can do that. Oh, someone got knocked off. So it's higher mat. My engineering professor friend maybe can figure that out. Okay. Other options, legs can be up, legs can be lowered, or you can move it around. Just make sure that you're working where you have control. All right, here we go. We'll pulse. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 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 And that's 100. Rest it back. Rock your head side to side. All right. We're going to remove that block and set it to the side. We're going to move into Pilates teaser 1. Teaser with a T. Arms are up beside the ears. We lift our legs back to tabletop. We're going to curl the upper back off the floor, reach for the ceiling. Inhale, lift, stand up, exhale down. Inhale, curl, reach, exhale back down. You may extend your legs. That's still a level 1 move. If you want more of a challenge, level 2. Circle arms, balance on sits bones, exhale back down. Whoa, I didn't make it. Gotta focus. If you want to leave those legs down at the ankle, that's a level 3. Try one more. And bring it in. Next up, we'll do our knee drops side to side. So for knee drops, we open our arms out wide, palms up. Try to keep your shoulders down. We lift our legs to tabletop, squeeze together. We inhale, lower the knees to one side, pause. Exhale, pick them back up. Other side, inhale, lower, pause it there. Exhale, back up. So by pausing, we get a stretch, then we engage muscles to pull back up. So you'll feel that. Stay right here for the level 1. If you'd like, you could extend your legs out, bend back to center. So it's an inhale, lower, exhale, bend. Exhale, extend, inhale, bend, exhale, center. You could also keep your legs extended the whole time. We'll try one more, side to side. And bring that in. Next up is our roll up. The roll up can be very difficult. Again, it's one of those basic movements that go with Pilates, one of the key elements. So I'm going to show you some different versions, but I do want to show you an option if you have a lot of trouble, because what we'll be doing is we'll be rolling up to seated, okay? And that may not work for you. And if that is a lot of trouble for you, I'm going to recommend that you come to seated and you extend your arms out, you sit tall, you round your back, feel the catch in your abdominals, and come back up. So this is a good option for the roll up if it doesn't work for you, okay? So let me show you some different levels. We've got our knees bent, our hands at our sides, belly pulled tight, chin nods down. We inhale to prepare, we exhale, start peeling up, grab the backs of your legs, extend, sit up tall, then inhale, reach long, exhale, bend your knees, slow release back down. Again, that's an inhale, exhale, roll. Sit up tall, inhale, reach, exhale, we're tall, hold on, slow release back down. If you're up for more of a challenge, keep the hands at your sides. You could also leave your legs extended, heels stay down on the floor. Or arms up by the ears. We'll try one more and stay seated at the top. This is a good time for a water break. I need one. All right, what we're going to do next is a spine twist side to side. I'm going to pick up my block. If you don't have an actual block, sometimes somebody suggested using a tissue box, or you could use a shoe, anything. I guess if you had a weight, you could even use a weight. We're not going to lift it. You're going to set it between your feet and grip it, okay? So you want to be gripping that tight. Your feet are flexed. We're going to sit up tall. The reason I talk about this block is it reminds us to keep those feet flexed because we're going to be twisting side to side. So we're working these oblique muscles, working into the back. If your leg relaxes, you bring it with you and you don't get that work, okay? So arms out stretched. Each time you're in the middle, you'll inhale and you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So it's an inhale, squeeze, turn to one side in 3 parts, twist, exhale, exhale, center, squeeze, other side, exhale, 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 inhale. One more side to side. Release. I'll set that block off to the side. We're going to lean back now onto elbows. This is not everybody's favorite. This is another teaser. This is our teaser too. We've got our elbows beneath the shoulders. Our back is lifted and strong, belly tight, neck long, shoulders broad, chest open. In other words, don't sink, okay? So we're lifted. Heels together, toes pointed. We will inhale, lift those legs, exhale, lower. I'm not taking my legs up here so I fall to my back. I'm taking them up a little bit till I feel the tension, then I lower. If that's too much, extend one at a time. You'll get into 2 at some point. Hold your body strong. You may move to your fingertips behind. This is considered a level 2, but many people find it easier. Level 3 is not easier. Arms are out. One more. And release. All right, we're going to sit up tall. Extend those legs out in front. I want to stretch that lower back, and this is all about stretching the back and the legs. Legs are about hip distance apart, feet flexed, we're seated nice and tall. Imagine you brought a little ball and it's right here in your lap, arms out stretched. We will inhale, exhale, round over that imaginary ball. Inhale, reach it long, exhale, slowly peel back up, shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale, round it. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, back up. So all about the stretch. I resent my watch. It just told me to move. Try one more. And release. I'm going to spin around here and face you. It doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're seated, but we're going into our rocker prep. We've got the soles of our feet together. I've got my hands on my ankles. Some people like to hold onto their feet. I need my ankles. We're going to point those toes. You can leave them here on the floor, especially if you're just beginning, or you can lift them above the ground and balance on sits bones. Back is either strong and straight or slightly rounded. So this is for the legs. We will extend one leg open and bend it in. Other side, inhale, extend, exhale, bend. You could leave one foot down. You could hold on to your hamstrings as you extend. So that's up to you. Work where you can work well. If you're one of the more, the veteran exercisers, you could open both legs at once, a double leg stretch. This next one, whether one or both legs, will hold it open. My hands are sliding down my legs because I'm a little sweaty, believe it or not. Switch sides or continue to hold both legs out. My poor dog wants to be out here, poor girl. And release. Bring the soles of your feet together. Pull them in close. We're going to lean over those feet. Let the knees open out. You could press down a little bit on those legs. Leaning in. I'm trying to keep my back flat, get more of a groin stretch. And sit back up. We're going to go into our Pilates saw. So for the saw, our legs are in a narrow V. So I'm not way out here. That's too hard to hold. Feet are flexed. I'm seated tall, arms outstretched, palms down. I will inhale. I will twist to one side, exhale. Inhale, reach, stretch down, exhale up, back to center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale, center. Make sure you're keeping those arms wide. One more set. Very good. All right, we are going to come over to all fours. All right, on all fours. Whenever you're in this position, if you've been doing this with me, you hear me say it all the time, you're resisting gravity. So belly is pulled up. Try to keep your back long and level. You have natural curves in your back, so it's never going to be straight, but level. Your chin is lifted. Your neck stays lined up with the rest of your spine. Hands under shoulders. Bird dog. Extend the right arm, left leg, and hold it. Holding, tightening up. And bring it in. Switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And bring it in. We will flow with that. Inhale, extend right arm, left leg. Pause, exhale in. Inhale, left arm, right leg, and pause it. Exhale in. One more to each side. And hold. We're going to round the back up. Pull the navel in, drop your head. This is a cat stretch. Arch down, look up. They call this a cow. And I always wag my tail like a dog. Get a little movement in that lower back. We're going to release down to the abdominals. All right. Elbows beneath your shoulders. Tops of your feet on the floor. Well, not for very long. We are going to tighten those abdominals and lift the abs and the thighs. I want my back to stay as strong as it can. I will lift my feet. They can be neutral, they can be pointed, they can be flexed. We're going to bring the right foot, pulse it into the body twice. Pulse, pulse, other side. Pulse, pulse, switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Holding yourself strong. So moving the legs is really just a distraction from the core work. One more set. Hold it here. You can stay here, or if you're able to, curl those toes under and build yourself into a plank, a modified plank. So belly's pulled up, glutes are squeezed, and we'll hold it. From the plank, we're going to fold into a pike and slowly release back down to plank. Inhale, fold up. Exhale, slow release back down. One more. And hold. And drop to knees. Sit back onto heels into a child's pose, stretching long forward. We're going to come back up to all fours and do some work with the legs. So back into quadruped position. Belly's pulled up and in. Extend your right leg back, just above the ground, toes are pointed. I'm going to tuck my shirt in. We're going to lift the leg, flex, lower, point, and lift, flex, and lower. I'm not going here, because then I alter my back position. I'm just lifting it with control. You see an ant. One more. Now keep that leg lifted about parallel to the ground, toes pointed. We're going to bend that knee so it's in line with the other. We'll flex the foot, push back. Point, inhale, little bend in. Flex, exhale, press out. So holding your body tight. If you feel pretty good there, extend the opposite arm, pull it in, extend out with the leg. One more. Hold it. Bring the hand down if it's up. We're going to bend the knee and flex the foot. We're going to press up, lower, down. Inhale, push, exhale, lower. Again, watch for that hollowing back. Lift and hold, and little pulses. Pulse up, up, up. Squeeze your glutes. Hold, release it down. We're going to sit back for just a second here. Shift your hips to the right. Hands walk over to the left. Get a right hip, right side stretch. Switching sides. And we'll come back up. We'll do those leg exercises on the left. Extend the left leg back, toes pointed. Again, focused on lifting through your center. Toes pointed, we'll lift, we'll flex, we'll lower. Point, inhale, flex, exhale. Hold yourself strong. One more time. Now we'll lift and hold, leg extended back, toes pointed. Bend in line with the other knee, flex, push back, point, slight bend in, flex, exhale, press back. You may try pulling in that opposite arm. Hold yourself tight. Try one more. And bring it down. That hand rather. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Push up, lower down. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Lift and hold it. Pulse it up. Hold, release down. Once again, sit back to heels. Hands reach over to the right as hips go left. Stretch that left hip out. Switch your sides. We're going to come back down to the abdominals. We're going to work into that back a bit. Okay, tilt this down. There we go. All right, so I'm extending long through arms and legs. My tops of my feet are going to stay on the floor. My head and chest will stay down. I'm reaching long through my fingertips. I will lift both arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Still keeping the head down. Add the legs. Think about lifting those thighs. Add the head and the chest. Don't arch that neck back. Your ears and your arms are aligned. We're going to lift it and hold it up. And we're going to swim. You're kicking your legs, you're fluttering your arms. Your gaze is on the mat. Working that entire back. Hold it. We're going to fold those arms and rest the forehead. Your legs stay lifted. We'll scissor one leg on top of the other. Working the small of the back. Hold. Release down. We're going to bring those hands under the shoulders. And you may need to modify this depending upon what your back allows you to do. So hands beneath the shoulders. We will press up. You can come part way up or all the way up, stretching through the abdominals into the back. Squeeze those glutes down and slow release. We're going to flow with that. We will inhale, press up, exhale, lower down. As you come down, think about keeping those elbows close to the body, squeezing shoulder blades. Option, as your chest moves toward the ground, you can lift those legs up and back. One more. And release. Once again, come back and sit onto those heels. Stretch it long forward. Reach for your fingertips. Imagine your fingertips are taped to the mat so that you can pull your shoulder blades down from your shoulders and squeeze them in towards your spine. Keep your head down. Bring your hands down beside your feet, palms up. Your back opens out. We're going to lift up. Come up to the knees. Put your right foot forward and just lean in, stretching the front of that left hip. And then sit back, stretching that right leg out forward. Come back up, leaning in, stretch the front of the left hip. You can reach that left arm up and back. And sit back again. And come up one more time. Again, reaching up if you like. And sit back once again, stretching through that leg. Some of you may be able to sit back on your foot. Clearly, I'm not doing that. We'll switch sides. Bring that left foot forward and lean in. Stretch the front of that right hip. And sit it back. Stretch through that extended left leg. Come back up and lean in. You could extend the right arm up, stretch back. And again, sitting back or leaning back, maybe is a better word for it. Once again, forward, stretch up if you want. Whoa. And one more time, leaning back. And release. I'm going to stay down here. All right. We will inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, circle down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We've got one more. Big inhale, exhale. Take your bow